All right, check it out. Opendoor stock is down. We're not looking so hot to kick the week off, guys. We're down over 6% as overall the entire stock market is a mixed bag today, which we'll talk more about that later in the video. We have some green, some red. The VIX is up 6%. We'll cover that more here in a couple of minutes. But first, I want to go over Opendoor because, again, we're down about 5.5%, 6%. We're in the low eights. And it almost looks like we might get more downside now before a rebound. We have to go over these charts, go over my thoughts, what I'm looking to do. But first, guys, hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. Join the Patreon for my portfolio updates. We post those updates every week. We're buying stocks every week, moving money around. If you want to see how I manage a portfolio, check it out. Link down below on Patreon, pinned in the comments section, or go to stocsurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, guys, cheers. Thanks for tuning in. Let's dive into it. So Opendoor is currently down 5.5% right now. And look, it's been down pretty much downhill all day. We can see in the pre-market, Opendoor was hovering around $8.90. It almost looked like we were going to push over $9 a share. But once the, market opened today, and honestly, heading into the open, the last 10 minutes, 10, 20 minutes before open, we started to slip. And then once the market opened, we dumped like crazy, guys. We went down all the way to $8.20. So we lost 50 cents of value in the span of what? 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And you can see on the 5-day, 5-minute, we're obviously, it's so obvious that we're continuing this little downtrend, right? If I draw this out, you can see we failed to break out this morning. It's so obvious, right? We failed to break out. We put in another lower high here on Opendoor on the 5-day, 5-minute. And I'm pretty sure on the larger time frames, you guys can see this as well. Let me show you this. So we have all these lower highs being made. Again, we put one in this morning and we clearly dumped off. And now look, man, we put in another one intraday, another lower high. I mean, is that not what this is? Let me pull this back up to show you guys. Look at this intraday high right here. We hit what, 860 about an hour prior to me making this video, and now we're dumping down to 830. So clearly the bears are in charge in the short term. That's the reality, right? And on the 30-minute chart, forget that. The 1 hour chart, you guys can see this. It's going on a bigger level here, this downtrending channel, right? It's going on a bigger level here, which we've covered. You can see it clear as day, right? Look at that. So Opendoor has literally been trying to break out the last couple of days, trading days, above 920, but it's failed time and time again. And now it's, again, dumping back down. That's what's going on. We hit 9 this morning, failed. We hit it Friday, failed. Thursday, Wednesday, failed. And at this point, we're about to test. We actually took out the lows from Friday. Keep that in mind. But we're about to test the lows from, looks like Thursday, which if that breaks, being about what, $8, $7.90. If we break through that level, guys, the reality is we might see more downside. We could be going, call me crazy, but we could be going $7 a share. And honestly, that would open up an insane buy the dip, in my opinion, opportunity, right? Because at that point, look at where we'd be. We would be right at the 180 SMA, right at the 180 SMA, which we're still trading above it. We've been above it this whole time. But I think that would be a really healthy spot for this to retest and then ultimately, see something like this, a rebound. Because look, we did test the 180 SMA about what? A week ago. We hit $7, saw a big rally to about $9, but then it fizzled out, right? If we retest that point, we solidify 7 as support by holding it again. Let's say we see a double bottom breakout, that would be even stronger for the bulls. And at that point, again, we could be seeing the real breakout come. But clearly, we're not there yet. We're just not there yet. That's the reality. The stock's down. There's still some profit taking going on, whatever it is. But I don't think the story's done here. By any means, I don't think the story's done here. And the trend still looks phenomenal. We have to, follow the trend. Don't fight the trend, right? You hear that all the time, but you got to be patient. And hey, once the trend breaks, let's say it collapses under 6, it goes to $5, $4. All right, the trend has broken at that point. Again, don't fight the trend in either direction. Or don't be naive to the trend. Don't be, don't look at the charts and be like, oh, I want it to do this, I want it to do that. See what it's actually doing. You know what I mean? See what it's actually doing. And as of now, again, we're looking decent. If anything, we have a wedge, right? We have a clear wedge on Opendoor, and you can really see it on the 4-hour chart now. I mean, do you guys not see that? Holy smokes. Clear as day, right? Clear as day. Higher lows, lower highs. So let's see what direction we end up picking, whether it's under 7 or, well, above 9. That's what it's going to come down to. Above 9, 920, 925. So what do you guys think? I mean, about Opendoor, I'm personally waiting on it. I'm on the sidelines right now. I've mentioned that before. I'll say it again. I'm on the sidelines right now, but I'm waiting for that break. Let me know what you guys are doing. As always, in the comments, I'm super curious. But yeah, we're down 6%, 50 cents in the midst of a decent day for stocks, where we have S&P up a little bit. Not a lot, but up a little bit. 0.15%, not bad. And we actually almost hit all-time highs this morning. We hit 666 almost, but we kind of failed, and it's been downhill since. You can see on the intraday. So a lot of these indices, guys, were hot this morning. We're a lot more in the green. Now they're giving back the gains. QQQ, for example, currently up 0.4%, but earlier this morning it was up 1%. We were looking great. I'm sure you guys saw that in my first video. We were looking pretty good. In fact, is that an all-time high? Pretty freaking close. QQQ got like $1 away from all-time highs today, and now it's seeing a bit of a dump off from there, but it's still green. It's still green, not bad. As the VIX is currently creeping up a little bit. VIX is up 6%, still relatively low. Let's keep it real, guys. Let's keep it real. The VIX is still low. Look at this chart on the VIX. I mean, we hit 60 freaking points back in April. Not saying we're going to go back to 60 points, but the reality is, could this go to 20? Yes. Could it go to 25? Yes. So keep that in mind, that that's in the cards. Not saying for sure it's going to happen, but the VIX is creeping up. It could go higher, and I want you guys to pay attention to silver. I called this out at like 44 an ounce. I mean, look, we've been talking about the metals for years now. I've been talking about silver since it was like 20, 30 an ounce pretty much, right? I mean, that wasn't too long ago. And yeah, well before that, geez. But the point is, look, what is this? This is a cup and handle, guys. The most beautiful cup and handle that I've ever seen. I'm not going to lie. And I've called this out for a while now, and it looks like it's about to break out. Silver keeps getting closer and closer to 50 an ounce. I think it's going to break. The price has been manipulated for years. It's still manipulated. We're not going to dive into that, but I think we're going to see that pop. I don't know how much higher it will go from 50 an ounce, but guys, think about it. Cup and handle, clear as day, 50 an ounce. We hit it back in 79. 50 freaking years ago, right? More than that, or what? No, not more than that. Right around that. And we hit that point in 2011. I think we're going to break out of that with how bad the dollar has been. Look, the dollar has been demolished. It's down like 10, 11% this year, the Dixie, right? It's getting destroyed. We're seeing silver go up. We're seeing gold go up. We're seeing Bitcoin go up, stocks. If you don't own assets right now, you're cooked pretty much, right? But we're really seeing the safe haven assets go up because of that inflation hedge, and I think silver has more upside. Honestly, I've been saying that for a while. I'll say it again, and if you want to play silver, obviously, you could buy silver, but the easier way to do it, I would say, is SLV, which is a silver ETF, and oh boy, does this look overbought. I might wait for a pullback on it, but yeah, it's definitely one that I'm watching, and you guys should be watching as well. And we'll wrap it up there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. Follow along for more content. Join the Patreon for my portfolio updates. Check out that link down below, pinned in the comments as well, or go to stasurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.